best creative work comes out of a burning desire to say a thing, like what you want to say, or tell a story you want to tell. And just some, like, more often than not, I'm too tunnel visioned on what's in front of me to kind of look farther afield and find stories to tell that I want to tell.
But I think you're not alone.
Oh no, I'm just exactly.
I think it's
but I think it's the most valuable thing. I think the people who make it the farthest in this life, creative life, are those who prioritize that, and I don't. And I think it's to my career's detriment, to be honest, thus far.
Okay, well, if you don't, I don't know what I am. I don't even hit the scale. But I think that a lot of us have that problem. It's, before this year, this decade of 2020, 2021, we all go, okay, well, you can worry about work, but this is the calm before the storm. Just enjoy it. And you never really can, because you're like hustling around, trying to find work, trying to get the next client, trying to get the next job. So you didn't give yourself the time to pause. And I'm not speaking to you, I'm speaking to me. And I think that a lot of creatives fall into this trap, which is when you have that time, you don't actually use that time. What you do is you panic to get busy again. And once you get busy again, you then go, oh, I wish I had that time.
Totally.
So it's the grass is greener.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the hamster wheel as well. It's like if I'm on a project, I really should be looking for the next project, but I'm focused and totally on delivering the best, work I can. When I really should probably spend 10 to 20% of my mental capacity on finding the next work, but it's tough.
I'm sure your clients would be happier with the former.
Yeah, I'm sure they're glad I give them 100%.
And that's also another thing to think about just in our space. It's like, do you then, if you're going to spend 75% of your time on the project and 25% of the time looking for the next project, well, then are you going to be happy with the project you've just delivered? And is it worth communicating with an agent or somebody who can help you facilitate more work so you can dedicate 100% of your time on the project at hand?
It's that for sure, but that is outside of your control. You need to knock on someone's door and say, please accept me, or please, do this on my behalf. And they have 100 other people doing it too. And they say yes or no. And then you're giving control to somebody else. I think the best way to grow as a creative, and this is something really I've only started doing in the last, probably, again, the pandemic was good. Since the pandemic, and just having time to address things, is to not try and do everything yourself. Realize what you're good at and what you're not good at, or what just takes you 2 to 10 times as long as somebody else. So like I would always edit and grade and everything my own work, partly because I was working out the story sometimes in the edit. And partly because, because this way I can make more money. But then I'm not probably going to do as good a job because, the editor I'm working on with this on a job recently, she's new. And it's so nice to send her some very rough cut that I've cut together just to give it a feel. And then she kind of does her magic based on feedback and from the client and what I want. And it comes back, within a day, light years ahead of what I could do myself.
Your rough cut.
My rough cut, my rough cut's there because it helps me to understand the story I'm telling. Because I have my script and I have my kind of flow of what I think, but especially with my kind of work where it's like profile, kind of documentarian type stuff, you kind of go in and you have an idea of what you want, but you get what you get on the day. And that takes some teasing out in the edit. So I don't know if I'll ever fully let go of it, but I probably have to.